Okay, earlier our window was not being seen, so each time when you host something, we can see those options that we can either put that window inserted on top or left or down below or to the right, but I just want it to be float. Now we can see something here, link X source, Y source, X map, and Y map. I know you're being frustrated, but we have to get this out. And earlier we just click random points. Remember, I clicked add control points, and then I didn't match with them, so now we're going to redo them again. So if you accidentally click like what I did, we can just click that and we can delete them out. You just use click and then highlight it and just click delete in your keyboard, or you can click backspace. So now we are going to extend this map, and we are going to zoom in, and we're going to double check the referencing, whether it's still there. Yes, the UTM zone 55 north. Very good. And now we're going to georeference them using the first point. Okay, I'm going to show the extend view. Why we have so many here. Extension view and extension view. Let me close this out and let's bring this again. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to resize it. Okay, now extension view. So now first point I'm going to click is add control point. The first point will be right here. Okay. And now we can see it match here. That's the first point I just clicked. And then we're going to the next point and use the pen. It's right here. Click add control point again, and we click that. Double click it, and then we see the second point. And we're going to pen, check it back, and move across Pacific, and click the add control point again. And now we have a double click it. And then we have a 3 control points that we can see they both link, and on the image viewer follow the grid line and pan to the bottom of the map. Notice the grid value listed and pan back to the control point, and then pan to the left boundary of the map, then the grid line value listed. So we can just look at here and click here. Number 4. And auto adjust, we can see the total error was for say 0. Okay, now the bottom boundary line value as listed here, that we can see the residual is all 0. So we don't have to worry if your X, Y source and X source and Y source value don't match the graphics exactly, or match here with me exactly. Slight discrepancies are the result of human input and are able to be expected. So the first link has been completed, so the main map will disappear from the data view. This is normal. At any time, click for Extend on the toolbar to see the raster. While adding more control points, the map will look stretched as it transforms to the new coordinate information. So when you use the pan or zoom tool in the image viewer, you will have to again click the Add Control Points tool from the georeferencing toolbar before creating another control, like you saw me go back and forth. So I use the pan, and then I can move around, but I have to always go back to the control points to add this back. And double click it, and we're going to go back to extend here and see number 5. I just click here, right? So once the link are created, a measure of the error, the residual error will be calculated. Now you can see my residual for Y has some value, and the total residual x is 0 means I did a good job. The error is the difference between where the source point ended up as opposed to the actual location that was specified. All residual errors closer to 0 are considered more accurate. Although in RMS, root mean square of nearly 0 is achievable. Wow! So this does not mean that the raster will be perfectly georeferenced. If you notice significant errors in a link, remove it and replace the control point again. This can be tedious, but can lead to a more accurately georeferenced image. In a practical application, it is best to choose more control points that are evenly distributed around the raster. So on the georeferencing toolbar, click the drop-down menu and click Rectify. On the Same As dialog box, choose the output location as we're going to save it, and we're going to name it georeference radiant point. So, but before we do that, let's just practice and add some more control point. And I'm going to add one more that I can see is right here, and one more here. Okay, and I add more, and now we can see our root square is getting bigger, and now I can just want to delete those one have high values. Delete, and now our root mean square is smaller, and I'm going to add one more. I'm going to delete this one and pan around, and always remember to click Add Control Point back and forth. Okay, now I think it should be enough. Next one, we're going to georeference toolbar, right here, and then we're going to go down, click to rectify, and we're going to output location. We're going to save it in chapter 6, my data, and the name we're going to type on is georeference underscore RTD point, and we're going to click add. We go back, save in my data. We're going to name it save workplace, and we're going to retype it again. And hit add. Output location. Chapter 6. Oh, the name already already specified for us, but Retidium name georeference. Sorry, the name is here. So output location, you put where you want to save your data. That Retidium point, and we're going to click save. So notice that the new raster, we're going to close the georeferencing window when it is done. And notice the new raster in your My Data folder. And Rectify will create a new raster data set that is georeferenced using the map coordinates and spatial reference. You are not required to permanently transform your raster data set to display it with other spatial data. However, you should do so if you plan to use it in other projects to perform analysis or share with others who use different software packages. So now we're going to save and rename everything when it is done, and we're going to save our work and exit out. So now for the videos, these videos will learn how to do the map projection, and we use the geoprocessing tools to project the data permanently, and we also define projection for GIS data that might have an unknown coordinate system information. And we also use the georeferencing tool for raster data to link the ground control point to the real world coordinates. And there are many practical uses for georeferencing. Sometimes area photography and satellite imagery are missing spatial information. So thus georeferencing the raster to a coordinate system will allow you to align other layers to it. So now we're going to double check our data, my data, and now we can see we have a georeferenced data here. And this one is already georeferenced. Okay, and we can see the points here that we worked on.